Hi guys, it's Stacy from Clothes Live On. We are finally doing a video that's not a haul. So we are going to do a what sold. I just picked a 2-week time period. I like to keep these kind of more concise. So these are what sold July 4th through July 18th. And the reason I picked that time frame is because my closet was on vacation mode. I just moved to the Seattle area and my closet was on vacation from, I want to say something around like the 19th, 18th of June through, I opened it up late in the evening on July 3rd. So I'm considering that more like July 4th. I didn't make any sales on the 3rd, so I'm not counting that really toward any of this. So we're really looking at what kind of sales did I make after I reopened my closet. And honestly, you are gonna see they're not good. They were really bad, and I feel like that is the truth about vacation mode, is that it is something that you have to recover from. It really hurts your sales overall. I mean, I can't vouch maybe if you just do it for 1 or 2 days, but if I am in a position where I only would need vacation mode for 1 or 2 days, I don't bother with vacation mode since Poshmark gives you 7 days to ship. If you're selling on eBay, you can just extend your handling time. I really don't ever see a purpose to doing vacation mode for that long, but I was on vacation mode for several weeks, the longest that I have ever had to pause my closet, but I didn't have my inventory and I had to settle into my house. So it wasn't something that was optional for me to have it on vacation mode for a shorter time. I really opened it back up as soon as I could. So in those 2 weeks, I had $358 in sales. It was 14 sales. Keep in mind, I'm a full-time reseller, so those 2 weeks were a lot of panic, a lot of like, I guess I'm a trophy wife now. Just like, it was not a good time. I was feeling really down on myself. To be fair, I didn't start listing for about a week after I opened my closet. I guess that was more like Friday, Saturday that I opened it. I started listing, I believe, on Thursday again. So it wasn't a full week, but it was a few days. I obviously wasn't sharing my closet while I was on vacation mode. So if you think about the things that really boost your sales on Poshmark, it is sharing and new listings and then sending offers to people. So I sent offers to people when my closet opened back up. I started doing that again. I was sharing my closet, but I wasn't getting listings up right away. But I just think there's really a lag, especially eBay, of you really have to get the ball rolling again. You have to be putting in the work, getting those listings up, sharing your item, really like waking your stores back up. So there's a lag in seeing activity. My sales have pretty much gone back to what they were in Chicago. They're normal again, but these 2 weeks were rough. Some panic time. I think it extended a little past this 2-week period, but since I'm just talking about the sales in this time period, it was hard. So I think that's something to be mindful of if you're planning to travel post-COVID or anything like that, is it hurts your sales. If you are doing this full time or if you really are relying on this money, just know that putting your closet on vacation mode negatively affects your store. So there you go. But let's talk about the sales I did make, because they happened. And there are a few to keep in mind that I actually think they sold pretty fast, even though the days to sell, because I am going to talk about days to sell, it's going to be a little longer, but that's because I listed them right before I moved and then I had to put it on vacation mode. And I'm not going to talk about my cost of goods except for a few exceptions, which was basically free ones. I just don't feel comfortable discussing the money that I spend on items. First thing that sold on July 4th, it was a Poshmark sale, and I always post screenshots here of the items so you guys can see it and get an idea of what is selling for me. So it was a Lululemon sports bra, a size 4. It sold for $18 and that took 31 days to sell. So I think that is one that I listed maybe a week and a half before I moved, so it actually sold a little faster than it reflects. Nothing sold on the 5th, and then on July 6th I had another Poshmark sale, and that was an Athleta bikini top, size extra small. That sold for $9 and it took 27 days to sell. It actually had sold on eBay first and got returned to me. And I like Athleta Swimwear. I actually think it does pretty well compared to like their tank tops and leggings. I generally pass on Athleta. I got this piece in a mystery box. I don't know if it's one, or I can say I probably wouldn't have picked it up at a thrift store. Style-wise, I think that string bikinis aren't in style right now. It's not what people are wearing. Therefore, I would have passed, but I do like picking up Athleta Swimwear. Next thing that sold was an eBay sale on July 9th. They were APL sneakers, like a rose gold. They were a little dirty though. They're size 7.5 and they sold for $25, and those took 163 days to sell, so they did sit a lot longer. Next, also on eBay, and this is from the 10th, I sold a Zara gray sweater. It was a size small. It sold for $14 and it took 81 days to sell. This was an item that I got for free and the donations I did at the beginning of quarantine, so doesn't matter what it sold for to me because I made money. Next, also on the 10th on Poshmark, I sold Miss Me bootcut jeans. These were a size 27. They sold for $20 and they took 142 days to sell. I think that's a really fair price for those because they were also a low rise. So style-wise, they weren't great. I still pick up Miss Me if the price is right. Definitely a lot of the Seattle thrift stores, I've seen it. They want like $15 to $20, which is way more than I would ever spend on it. I will spend up to like $5 on Miss Me jeans. Last sale from the 10th was on Poshmark. I sold a Victoria's Secret sports bra. This was a size 38D. It sold for $12 and it took 26 days to sell. And I think in this case the size is important. I like picking up Victoria's Secret sports bras if they like are a larger band or cup size. I think those do better, and they still have to be cheap because they don't sell for a lot of money. I mean, really that like $10 to $20 range is where they're gonna fall, so you don't want to be investing too much. All right, next on the 11th on Poshmark, I sold Cabby straight leg jeans. They were a size 10 and they were new with tags. They sold for $40 and they took 152 days to sell. Cabby jeans are very bizarre to me. They sit for so long to the point that I pass on them more often than not now, but when they sell, a lot of times they've been selling for a good price for me. So I don't know. I don't like things that sit for a while, and it's not a guarantee you're going to get a lot of money. The ones that I'm referring to that sold for higher for me were definitely new with tags. I think without new with tags, they're in the more $20 range. So a lot of times I've been passing on Cabby. All right, and my other sale from the 11th was also on Poshmark. It was Everlane ankle skinny jeans. They were a size 28. Those sold for $35 and they took 27 days to sell. Love Everlane jeans. They are a really consistent seller for me. All right, we don't have any sales from the 12th or 13th, which is unheard of for me as a full-time seller, but it happened. And my next sale is on the 14th on Poshmark. I sold Cult Gaia. I don't know how to say it properly. I'm butchering that. Someone's gonna correct me, and thank you for correcting me. So they were mules and they were a size 6 or 36 because they were European sizing. They sold for $95 and they took 28 days to sell. And this is one where it actually sold relatively fast because I had listed it very shortly before I moved. And these I actually got in an interesting way. I bought them off Facebook Marketplace and I had them shipped to me. That was the one and only time I've done shipping with the Marketplace on Facebook. I've definitely picked up stuff in person on Marketplace to flip, but I hadn't done shipping before this. They were just a really good deal. I just happened to see them. I think they were on the suggested page for me on the Marketplace. Knew they were a steal, knew it was a brand that people loved, and it worked out. All right, next sale was from the 16th on Poshmark. I sold an Old Navy denim skirt. It was a size 6. I got it in one of the thread-up denim rescue boxes. It sold for $10 and it took 103 days to sell. Then also on the 16th on Poshmark, I sold a City Chic embroidered dress. It was a size 20 and it sold for $20. It actually sold in a day. So this is right after I started listing things again. It was a last chance dress because I brought some stuff from Chicago that was unlisted. City Chic is probably my best selling plus size brand. I highly recommend picking it up if you find it at a decent price. It does really well for me. Alright, next on to the 17th on Poshmark, I sold Nayama Soul leggings. They were a size medium. This is a brand that sells really well for me and I don't think is talked about a whole lot in the reseller community. They sold for $35 and they took 4 days to sell. And then my other sale on the 17th was also on Poshmark. I sold a Tallulah lace blouse, and Tallulah is an Aritzia brand. This was from my personal closet. It sold for $10, so on the really low end, and it took 281 days to sell. So not a brand that I recommend you pick up, even though Aritzia people do like. I think Wilfred from Aritzia does a lot better. Okay, and the last sale is from the 18th. I sold a BB Dakota lace dress. It was a size 0. It sold for $15 on Poshmark and it took 63 days to sell. And this was actually one of the items that was donated to me, so it didn't sell for a lot of money, but it was all profit for me, so not mad about that. So that is everything that sold in the 2 weeks after I opened my closet. Terrible sales, honestly, especially as someone who's full-time and relies on this money. I'm in a better position, I guess, or a lucky position where my husband's working full-time. He got a pay increase because he got a big boy job, which is why we moved here. So we're not dying without the money, but we do like the money. We are doing a lot of home renovations. It's more expensive to live here versus in Chicago. So we can get by. We weren't like not able to eat because we didn't have the reselling money that we're used to, but I felt it, and I think I take a lot of personal joy in making sales. I take a lot of my identity into reselling, so it was just like a self-esteem blow to do so bad for these 2 weeks. But like I said, things have normalized in my stores. I'm seeing a lot more consistent sales because this equaled out to 1 sale a day, which is really low for me. I mean, I still will have the random day where I have a no sales day, but like overall, I still average, I think, more in the 3 sales a day range, factoring that some days are more and some days are less. But yeah, that's everything I wanted to talk about in this video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.